the Club of Budapest was founded. We had an office, we had a mission, but how to specify that mission? What it is that we should really do? Well, I called together a group of advisors to discuss the needs. We started with the idea that the Club of Rome, as other think tanks and thinkers, visionaries, have called attention to the fact that this world, although at that time the word was not used, sustainable, this world is not sustainable. That we need to change because, as in those days we said, there are limits to growth. There need to be other kinds of growth in the world. So, how to bring this across? Well, the first concept was, of course, to bring it in a way that people can understand, that talks to people's hearts. For this, as we said, we need to bring in visionaries, we need to bring in spiritual people, writers, artists, people who can address the issues in a way that gets close to people's hearts and minds. But what will be the key concept? The key concept we came up with this idea is a new consciousness. Why? We need new values, we need a new vision, we need new thinking. As Einstein said, we can't solve the problems that we face with the same kind of thinking that give rise to those problems. All of this means a new way of looking at ourselves and the world, a new paradigm for thinking, in one word, a new consciousness. We call this a planetary consciousness. It has to give rise to a new way of behaving, a new morality, which we call the planetary ethics. This was rather early in the day yet, in the mid-1990s. We didn't talk about a need for a new consciousness until the years 2000 and behind, and below, and beside. Well, this meant that we now have to adopt a way in which we can bring to people the idea of a planetary consciousness. How can we do this? We decided to bring it to some key important people, opinion makers, whose opinions are respected and are known the world over. The first of these persons, as it turned out, was His Holiness the Dalai Lama. My meeting with the Dalai Lama is the subject then of the next in this brief series of videos on my way to WorldShift.